fixed right first time. We spoke in an earlier segment about the customer satisfaction pyramid and how it begins with an exceptional customer service experience. We add to that fixed right first time, and we should be able to get to trust so that when those customers walk through the door, they're willing to drop their key on the counter, walk away, and say, "I'll see you at 5 o'clock." I want to talk now about fixed right first time. It begins right here at the counter. It allows the technician to do the best job possible, and I think it may be the most significant aspect to the customer. You see, some customers, they don't have to have that exceptional service experience, even though that's the base of trust. Fixed right first time might be enough for them. But no matter what customer walks through your door, no matter what experience that customer has, if you don't get fixed right first time, that whole pyramid falls down. Fixed right first time is the responsibility of everybody in your organization, everybody that engages that customer in that customer's vehicle. And like I said, it starts right here at the service counter. What do we start with? Well, we start with gathering appropriate information. And the responsibility of the service writer to fixed right first time begins with that gathering of information. Active listening. Remember we said earlier that many customers feel like they're not listened to? It begins right here. And this is where it starts with fixed right first time. That computer terminal is an awesome device. It saves us a ton of time. It saves us all kinds of information. It allows us to do things we couldn't do 20 years ago. But you know what else that computer terminal is? It's a barrier. It's something that we can hide behind now. And if you hide behind this, and the customer's standing in front of that terminal, they have no idea what's going on. They're not engaged with you. And that's a challenge. Active listening means getting out from behind the terminal, at least stepping to the side, making eye contact, head nodding. Head nodding sounds silly, and you can certainly overdo head nodding. But let me tell you about a personal experience with head nodding. When I teach these classes, these seminars, invariably there is somebody in that group that every time I look at them, they nod their head. And you see it. And every time you look over there, they're nodding their head. Now I know, and you know, that it's a conditioned response. Somewhere along the line, they learned that if the instructor looks at you, you nod your head. Well, what I discover myself doing, after I test them for a while and make sure they're going to do it, is I keep going back to that person. As I'm talking, I'll go back to that person. Because that head nodding, even though I know it's a conditioned response, it says something to me. It's speaking to me. It's affirming whatever's coming out of my mouth. And I find myself going back to them just because they're sending the impression, I get it. I understand. What you're saying is true. It works with your customers too. Now, yes, you can just sit there and nod your head forever and it's going to send a completely different message and it doesn't work as well. But active listening means getting out from behind that terminal, stepping to the side, making eye contact, nodding your head in understanding, and lastly, but certainly not leastly, clarifying. Don't make assumptions. Clarify what you're hearing that customer say. Say to that customer, "So Mrs. Smith, what I'm hearing you say is that on rough roads, you're hearing a rattle from the passenger side front door. Is that correct?" No, that's not correct. No, it's from the driver's side back door. Oh, okay. So on rough roads, from the driver's side back door, you hear a rattle. Correct? Yes, that's it. I've clarified. Maybe I didn't hear her right. Maybe I misunderstood what she was saying. Maybe she didn't articulate it to me very well. But I didn't just write down what I thought I heard her say. I clarified and I put it on the repair order. One of the worst cases I ever saw was a service writer, when a woman comes in for a stalling concern, writes down no start. He or she heard the customer say no start. And that's what got on the repair order. Well, no start means something completely different to the technician out in the bay than stalling. And it turned into a very ugly situation. So active listening is where fixed right first time comes from. Now, there are other tools that you can use to help improve that communication. And we'll talk about that in the next segment. But fixed right first time, focus on it, think about what you can do to improve it, and we'll see you in the next segment.